indeed. So says your daughter. Shall I, said she, that have so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now when she is beginning to write him, for she'll be up 20 times per night in her smock until she hath writ a sheet of paper.
You speak of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had written one and she was reading it over, she found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets. Oh, she railed at herself and tore it into 1,000 halfpence, for she had writ to one that she knew would flout her. I judge him, says she, by my own spirit, for if he had writ to me, I should flout him. Nay, though I love him, I should.
Then, down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses, oh sweet Benedict! God give me patience.
She doth indeed, and the ecstasy hath so much overborne her, that sometimes my daughter is afeard that she will do desperate outrage to herself. And it's very sad, but very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should, it were all to hang him. For she is an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceedingly wise.
In everything, but in loving Benedict.
My lords, blood and passion combating in so tender a body, we have 10 proofs to 1 that blood hath the victory. I am sad for her, though, as I have good reason, being her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed the stowage on me. I would have doffed all other respects, and made her half myself. I pray you, tell Benedict of it, and hear what I will say.
Were a good thing, you.
The hero thinks surely she will die. For she says she will die if he love her not, and she will die if he make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
'Tis very possible she doth well. Should she make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For he hath indeed a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He hath a good outward happiness.
Before God and in my mind very wise.
He doth indeed have some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
As Hector, I assure you. And in the managing of quarrels, you may say he is wise. For he either avoids them with great discretion, or undertakes them with the most Christian-like fear.
If he do fear God, he will necessarily keep the peace. If he do break the peace, he should enter into quarrel with fear and trembling.
And so will he do, if the man doth fear God. However, it seems not injured by some large jest he will make. Well, I'm sorry for your niece. Shall we seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that is impossible. She should wear her heart out first.
We will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well. I could but wish he would but modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
My lords, will you come to dinner?
If ye do not dote on her upon this, well, I will never trust my expectation.
Let the same net be spread for her. That must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. The sport will be this. When they hold one an opinion of another's dotage, and no such matter, that's the scene I would see, which would be merely a done show. Come, let us send her seat and call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. Their conference was sadly born, and they have the truth of it from Hero. They almost seem to pity the lady. It does seem, though, that her affections have their full bent. Love me! Well, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured, as they say that I will bear myself proudly if I know that the love comes from her. But they say, too, that she would rather die than show any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not be too proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and put them to mending. No, I must be meek. They say that she is fair. And 'tis true, I can bear them witness to that. And virtuous, 'tis true, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. And it is no great addition to her wit, nor an argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. Yes, I may chance have some quips broken on me for having railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves me in his youth that he cannot bear in his age. No, I will not let these quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain marvel me out of the courage of my humor. No, the world must be peopled, and so it shall. But here comes Beatrice now. Say, by this day, she is a fair lady, and I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
I thank thee for thy pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
Well, then you take pleasure in the message.
Yea, just so much as one may take upon a knife's point. Have you no stomach, senor? Fare thee well.
Let's see. I do not wish to come and bid thee come to dinner. There must be a double meaning in that. And I do take as much pains in the thanks as you take pains to thank me. That's as much to say, it is as good as thanks, any augment of pain I give for you. I am a villain if I do not pity her, and if I do not love her, I am cursed. I will get her picture.
Margaret, run thee to the parlor, and there thou shalt find my cousin Beatrice proposing with the prince and Claudio. Whisper her ear that I, Ursula, walk in the orchard, and that our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou hast overheard us, and bid her come hither. There she will steal into the featured bower to listen to our propose. This is thy office, bear thee well in, and leave us alone. I will make her come, I warn you presently. Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come as we trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. Let it be thy part to praise him more than man ever did merit. My talk to thee must be of how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this is Cupid's crafty little arrow made that only wounds by hair.